So, thank you all to those that have been watching my how to make a rock patterned oval videos over the past 4 weeks. It's been really appreciated for everybody that's been tuning in, liking and subscribing, and due to the sort of requests and demands of me putting some of my dulcet tones over the videos. Going forward, I'd like to sort of, when I get to the last episode of the pot making video, I've decided that I'll do a voiceover. So where did this style of pot originally come from? Well, when I was out with my Triskelly brothers in at Mirai a few years ago, I collected a stone from the White Mountains in California when we went to go and see the bristlecone pines with Ryan and the team. And I thought it'd make a really, really useful tool to be able to add texture to a bonsai pot. So that's where it really sort of stemmed from. And for those of you that have seen the pots that were made by me at Mirai a few years ago, there was a selection of those pots that had the rock texture that or from the rock that I collected whilst I was out there. So I've sort of, with every Triskelly meeting, and when I get together with my brothers, there's always something that follows through into my normal work. There will be something that will follow through in future pots. From when we went to Spain last year, and specifically from the Alhambra Palace, and a specific tile shape that will be used going forward to create some new style feet for future pots. But that won't become prevalent until the edition is released later on this year, along with a film that was done by Jesus. And it's funny how that you pick up these things as you go forward, and from the experiences you have and the things that you see, and that it sort of cements itself into the work that you do carrying or going forward on what you make in the future. So this I'm really, really chuffed with these pots. The specific stone that was used for these was one that was gifted to me by my clay brother Tor Holvilla, and it was a stone that Tor gifted to me that he collected in Iceland when he went on his trip, and it's very craggy, and it's almost like basalt, almost like a lava type rock that is very, very textured and gives a really, really good impression into the clay, which I really loved. This particular pot has my one of my 2 new styled feet on it, and I've also got 2 new more cloud feet that will be coming out on future pots within in the next few weeks, when I continue to make more. Again, please don't ask me how I make them. I'm not telling anybody how I do it and the way I do it. That's down for you to work out for yourselves, as I have over the past 21 years. No one helped me in the past, not a sausage. It was all self-taught, all self-learnt. And whilst I'm happy to give some things back to the community, I'm not going to tell you everything. We can all have it handed to us on a plate to a certain degree, but there are some things that you need to learn yourself, and to progress your own route and your own signature way of making pots, is the way I have done. But this really liking this style of pot. It's a good sort of juxtaposition between rugged and rough, but also a little bit fancy and refined to a certain degree. I've never been good at making sort of really rustic I think it's really hard to make a sort of not a normal pot. I don't know what the primitive pot. I don't really know what the words are for it. But yeah, to make a perfect pot, you know, we all strive to sort of do that. But to make the imperfect pot, I think it's a really, really hard thing to do. I think sometimes you have to sort of sit down and not really think about it. But I suppose this is, you know, my interpretation of the imperfect sort of clash with the perfect, I suppose. Yeah, there is no rhyme or reason. It's just me doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and I love doing it. So I hope you enjoy the videos that I put on here of me making what I love to do. In January, at the end of January 2025, I will be retiring from my full-time day job, which I've been doing for 26 years now, pulling my pension and concentrating on making pots full-time. So there will be more work available on my social media, on my website. I will be doing more shows in the UK and perhaps some abroad when the red tape gets cut after Brexit. Not Brexit, it's Brexit, because it's been a pile of shit, to be honest with you. For those that voted, thank you very much. Really appreciate you contributing towards my loss of business in Europe. Thank you. Anyway, less of that and more of me finishing off this pot. This pot was eventually glazed in a sort of rutile blue with lots of oxide, red iron, copper and black stain applied to the rough areas, and then those were eventually wax resisted before the pot was glazed to allow those areas to of the oxides in those areas to come through. And where the glaze and the oxides overlap, it does add an element of the oxides burning through. There you go, that's the final picture in my dirty pink, which I'm very pleased for. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And I hope to see you on the next one. Take care. May the clay be with you.